You might want to buckle up, baby.
Hey.
Hello.
It's been a bit, my friend. It's been a bit.
Been a minute. To put it in perspective, I don't think that we've. The last time we were going to go live, we were having a conversation about doing it at the Mandalorian and Grogu premiere to talk about the movie. Like, we haven't even connected enough to find out, like, if you even like the movie.
I know. It's been absolutely bonkers. Oh, I forgot to even hit my light on. But yeah, it has been a hot minute. But yeah, Nate, I really enjoyed Mandalorian and Grogu. I thought it was like I think a lot of people were complaining it was like just like it was like another episode, but I thought it was like how many episodes are that awesome and then could be that epic on an IMAX. Like that's to me, excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me, was the difference. Excuse me.
You must be allergic to bullshit about that movie.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like,
Oh, good.
Embo was a great character. I loved Rada. I think we're going to see more of him in the future. The Anzellans are great. Grogu's little kind of journey through this was excellent. So I think it hit on all the points that I expected. And it was so good. It really, after seeing it in the IMAX, because I saw it by myself in IMAX, so I did go back, and when I went home, my son and I went like the very next day or 2 days later, saw it again, and it was me, my son, and my daughter went, and they loved it. We saw it at the normal, normal cinema, wasn't the IMAX, but they really enjoyed it, and it made me really think because that it really had that idea of family. I think Favreau hit the nail on the head. Going to see that with your family, with your kids, and sharing the experience. So it rocked. It rocked.
I mean, so I had the reverse experience where I just ran out in a big old nerd panic to see it, and I saw it normal first in the non-IMAX version, which was a mistake because I missed out on a lot of the sound, a lot of the visuals, and all that fun stuff, And I went back the next day or like 2 days later after you did, and I saw it again in IMAX, and I was like, wow, totally different experience.
Totally different, right?
And,
yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to jump on the like shitting on everything train, but I just saw a lot of missed opportunities there in the sense of where, for me, like I take Mandalorian season 1 and 2 very seriously, like as some of the best Star Wars that's been out in a hot minute.
I concur.
And so when people are like, it felt like an episode, I was like, I actually think that the episodes were a little bit better. And people shit on 3, but there was some good episodes in season 3, But I mean, the Lizzo episode, whatever. But there was some stuff in there,
Yeah,
And
even in that episode, there's some good content. I do think that they threw it a wrench in it, but yeah.
So I didn't see that it felt like that. Like I was hoping and I keep like playing this over in my head, like, when the Anzellans left, and I feel like we're at a part, it's being released in a couple of days. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think that one of the big things that kind of I thought was a miss that I had in my head is I thought when the Anzellans came back that they were bringing the Marshall, IG unit.
Oh,
And that thing was just gonna fuck that whole planet up, and I was like, "Let's go!"
that would have been great.
So and the thing is also is it was like kind of stunty because in the toy world they released that Navarro Marshall and like the Black Series and TVC and stuff in like the same time that they did the whole
so
Grogu
there might have been some expectation.
Yeah, and so maybe I had that in my head because it was very much like, because at that point in time it was like, why are you releasing another IG, especially for Black Series? Like, why are you releasing another IG that can't stand up and nobody bought the lot? Like, it just felt off, and I thought, oh, because they're going to generate some toy sales here based on that. So, but even though that didn't happen, that would have been a really cool kind of play because that would have tied us back into that whole the episode of it. So whatever. I mean, I liked it. It was just a Star Wars movie, which I was there for. Um, I wish that snow scene. I wish we had about 15 more minutes of that.
Oh, the beginning, yeah, that was
You know what I
fire.
mean?
That was
Like, because
unreal.
and the thing was that also, I was looking at some of the concept art and some of the still images before, because I just, I can't not look at things before movies come out when it comes to Star Wars. Like, I have to.
Yeah.
And there was some cool, like, they built sets of, like, you remember the old turrets in Hoth that the rebels were in? Like, dude, the Imperials had those and they were stationed, and they actually took pictures of it. Like, why didn't we see that? Why didn't we see some battles of those, like, Mando running on the ground and those things going? Like, I don't know. There could have been a lot more stuff. Um, yeah,
I felt they packed a lot in for the film because
yeah,
it wasn't like an episode and then tune in next week and we could finish that arc. They
yeah.
packed it all in, and they took us quite a bit. They moved us around. So that's my only thought, that they
I
moved that along very quickly. But I would have liked to see more of that snow planet business going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors out, I mean, Ahsoka season 2, like, I'm sweating that hard. I can't wait for it. A lot of people are like, oh, Ahsoka, whatever, that's on them.
And
But
we didn't even get to talk about Maul Shadow Lord, really.
I mean, really, I know.
Like,
That's
I
stupid.
thought that animation that was phenomenal,
I mean,
phenomenal.
I don't want to give away too much either, but I mean, was the Darth Vader scene in that not a jump scare? I jumped out of my seat when he came through the wall.
Dude,
Like, I was like,
when
did
he
a
came to the
cartoon
wall,
just
that
give
was
me a
crazy.
jump
Yeah, I was
scare?
like, oh, I didn't expect that. That was good. But
Yeah,
I
like
thought
it
when
was.
he came out of the forest, it reminded me of a Disney villain emerging from the forest. Like,
Yeah,
whether it be Sleeping Beauty, Snow White kind of thing, it had that presence, the imagery, the animation,
yeah,
the slowness of it, like the slow motion of it. It was perfect,
yeah,
perfect entrance, and then lighting it up with the red, and then ending on it and picking right up for the finale episode. Really well done,
yeah.
really well done. I enjoyed that. I even made like a little animation of the pop itself doing that walk coming through the mist. Dude, that was just awesome. That
Yeah,
was
that was
awesome.
rad. So, I mean, yeah, there's some stuff. I'm excited for what's to come, and we'll see. And I mean, the only thing I didn't love, honestly, was Rada. But
I didn't mind it. I
I
thought,
hope to God that's not the key that they're talking about is going to tie into Ahsoka, man. Like, let's
no.
not double down on that shit.
No, I do think we'll see him in the future. I do, but I don't know how and where. He'll probably be at that base. I'm thinking he'll be at the base bartending or
Oh,
doing,
oh,
something.
that's right, because he'll be a rebel.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll just see him on the base somehow.
All
But
right, let's see him in a big old TIE fighter or some shit. I don't, X-wing. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, well, whatever.
yeah. Did you want to get into our first segment of the episode today? Our pickups and stuff?
Probably should, so people don't turn off. Yeah.
Right.
Fresh from the cargo hold.
So you probably know a lot of my stuff that I've gotten because I order them from your shop, Carbonite Creative. But I've basically, as I turn around and look at my newer collection shelf there, I've got basically everything I've gotten in the collection of as of recent is pretty much from you, because I've gotten my Clone Troopers, and my Jedi, which had the Shock T, which you and I were saying is probably one of the most
Hell,
gorgeous pops
yeah,
that have released this year yet. Like,
yeah,
if you haven't picked up a Shock T, that's one definitely you
yeah,
want to add to your collection. Plo
yeah,
Koon look great. The ARC Trooper 5s, and then Commander Wolf, they all looked great. And
yeah,
then I got Gree. I can't remember, I picked him up, but I got
yeah.
Gree too to kind of round that little wave that they came out with.
Yeah, he was fantastic too. I mean, we've talked about this. They are killing it with these clone pops. It's interesting, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again for people that are maybe just tuning in or watching this for the first time. Like, I don't generally open my pops, and I watch your channel to see what they look like out of the box. You know what I mean? But I've
Nice.
started uh, opening a few just because my space is very limited. Between my collection and then the store, whatever it is. And I have like these like the baseball things where you can focus. And so I've been like putting like all right, this is the first pop I ever bought for the store, second pop, third pop. So I have like, as I have bought the pops for the store, I'm like, it's kind of cool to look at the collection. So I had a few spaces to fill in and I had to make some room. And I opened up last night, I opened up Wolf, I opened up Shock T, and I was just like, mouth open when I saw like all the gold work and stuff. Like
Oh,
that's beyond. And
detail
that
is gorgeous on there.
I opened up the Maul Shadow Wave, and I was like, these are fantastic too. So I have started opening them. But anyway, but that was what I was getting to, is that I watch your channel for unboxings, and
We
you
could do
were
one here. We could do an unboxing live here. Because
see.
I still have not unboxed
Oh,
this.
oh, okay. Well,
I
I wonder
think
what that is.
it's got to be one of two things. It's either the Death Star thing, the Bitty Pop Death Star, or it's the Cantina and N1 Bitty Pop. But we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We're gonna unveil. Oh, look at that beautiful packaging. You see it live.
Only
Look
the
at
best.
this. Well, you know what? I have a video that you saw the outtake. So I had to go and order that reorder that Grogu eating the Outpost popcorn from Funko themselves, because Target sent a damaged box.
Is that
When I
the one?
opened it up, it was fucking baseball cards. That was all dented and stuff. So I didn't even damage that was all damaged. But collectors, as long as the cards, they're not going to care. But yeah, so I just tossed that and was like furious. I was like, thanks a lot, fucking Target.
That's happened to you a lot lately.
You know what? And the last 3 packages from Target have all been bad. Either
Well,
two of them in the wrong item, and the last one was all damaged.
Well,
But
so
look,
it came right off. It came right off the bat of my video, because like I don't ever buy anything off those sites, you know. But I ended up buying the Mandalorian and Grogu, the small little, Black Series guy, and legit these motherfuckers put like the price tag sticker on like the thing, and I was like, fuck. And then
annoying.
your video came out, and I was like, dude, Target is killing people today.
It's brutal. It's brutal. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna end up somehow editing that into the final video when I get the new replacement from Funko, because I end up getting that. I think I got that. I got the Legends Cad Bane. And what else did I do? Oh, I ordered that droid from the games, the gaming grate droid.
Which one?
It's an old one. It was like on sale, but I know it was low stock, so I never picked it up. It was from Knights of the Old Republic or something like that.
Huh.
Is that little blue kind of, not an R2, but he's got a flat head and he's kind of short, squat, hammer down. I can't remember the name of him, but I got him. He was like an exclusive to the Funko shop, and I hadn't picked him up, so I figured, you know what, I'll get him.
Huh.
All right, so very nice packaging and boxing, but we did get the N1 Bitty Pop, yay, and the Cantina. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
I'm like, I don't need to start collecting these, but the N1 is really cool. I haven't opened one up yet. I got a case of it.
I'm gonna open it. I'll open it all the way up.
All right, let's see it.
One of my lights died. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have to get a new ring light, like a new main light.
Oh,
starting to go on me. It gets overheated. All right, let's get this opened up. Oh, you know what it is? They actually taped this shut, and I almost ruined the box just trying to open that up. Damn it!
Big shocker. They don't know how to pack their shit.
All right, so you get the little bitty Mandalorian, and then you get the nice little N1 with Grogu already in it, which is super cool. There we go. All right, and then so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the Mandalorian out, take my little N1, and here we go. He's going to pop the Mandalorian in, and there we go. Looking cool.
Oh, awesome.
It looks
Oh,
really
that's
cool.
cute.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
So, I mean, I guess the cantina is a part of that town thing that we saw.
Yeah, the town. This is the first one they've done anything Star Wars of
Yeah.
those town kind of thing. So, I mean, I guess you could connect it to the roads and stupid stuff. I'm not going to bother any of that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much of this Biddy Pop thing. Like, I keep getting them gifted to me, and they're more of a nuisance of me trying to find a place to put them at this point. I mean, they're cute, but I
See,
don't know.
I got that Death Star stand to put them on, and then I have the little clear things they come in when you get them.
See,
But like,
I'm thinking about getting that just because then it's at least a structure or whatever, somewhere. But
it's
I
not
don't know.
bad. I like the Death Star display because at least you put them on. All right, so you got the canteen. Canteen is nice looking. That's
Oh,
nice
cool.
looking little building. That's pretty cool.
That might be
I
cute
think
to
what'll look
photo
nice
shoot.
is if I take my little Greedo out of the box, ta-da, I can just pop him right in the cantina.
See, that's cute. That'd be a cute picture. Have that in the
Yeah,
background
and
or
so
something.
like now I can take that along with my bitty land speeder, and I could make a little bitty scene.
Oh yeah, actually.
You know what I mean?
Huh.
You can have
Yeah,
some fun. So
that's
or
cool.
maybe I'm landing Mando and Grogu.
I have the Death Star
Right.
coming to me, I think, next week, and yeah.
So that's kind of like what I got so far. I did pick up something else that I'll open up when I get the Grogu replacement, because I did end up picking up that little matching keychain
Yeah.
from Box Lunch. I picked that up.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
I mean, other than that, like, I mean, I've done some pickups recently. It's funny because, like, it's funny when, I guess I don't consider them pickups, but like all the stuff that you get, like, I get one for myself. So, like, the whole wave of like Mandalorian and Grogu pops, which I think are fantastic.
I
But
love them.
my big pickups were, it's funny. I so jealous. I was like, fucking Patrick, because you just posted like, I just finished Star Wars Rebels.
I did.
So I just got Kanan, and
Nice. That's
then
a good one to have.
I legit just found this at GameStop.
I saw you post that this morning or whatnot, or
Yeah,
yesterday.
and I walked in, I was like, oh, forgot about this guy. But I think I'm gonna go after all of the clones, and just have like a whole wall of clones. But going back to the clones, you were showing on your open box the new clone fives versus the old clone fives, which was the retro version.
Yeah.
And I still have like kind of a bug in my ass about that, because I was like, of all the clones you could release, you did Gree, fantastic. Wolf was rad. Like, we needed that. I'm a little ticked off that there aren't any commons out there with the helmets off. Because we kind of thought that maybe that might be happening based on like just the Jesse thing. And I was like, well, why did they do fives again? There was so many other clones that were out there that I would have rather seen, but when you did that comparison of the two together, like, I was like, whoa, the sculpt of this new one versus, and I know retro's a different line. I sweat that line hard, but I was like, this is definitely a better sculpt, like proportion wise,
Yeah.
everything than the other. So that was interesting to see them side by side, I think.
Well, that's fun when I like doing the side by sides for that reason, because a lot of times, it just gives you like
You're like, do I
how
even
many
need it?
haters there are. It's always good. Is that borrowed from a different sculpt, something like that? And a few
Yeah.
times I've found that they have borrowed it from a different sculpt from the past or whatnot.
Yeah. And
But
it's also
it's
like,
brand new.
like, how many Mando pops do you need? Like, how many, you know what I mean? Like, how many Maul pops do you need? Like, because there's more coming out, about it. And it's like, what is justifying that as being another purchase? Now, I'm lame, and I've decided, like, so I'm going after my pickups. Like, I'm focusing. I stopped buying just the randos. Like, I think, oh, it's cool, I like it, da, da, da. Like, your display looks fantastic. I don't have the room for it, so I'm being strategic and like building capsules. Like, I'm going after every Darth Vader I can find. I'm going after every Luke I can find. I'm going after
Nice.
but I am going after all the malls I can find.
I
And then
picked up one this morning randomly, dude. I went over to my local comic book store, the Time Capsule, today, and there's one that it's a non Star Wars I was going to pick up because I just saw it and I was like, you know what, I could use it for photographing for something. So I picked up. I went specifically to pick up the Freddie Funko birthday they had. They had a
oh,
Freddie Funko birthday. Like I said, it's not Star Wars, and I only have the social media Freddie, right? I don't really go out for the Freddie Funko ones. Even the Star Wars one, don't even go for that.
I've started thinking about those recently. Like, do I want those? Do I need those?
I'd rather have the Conan O'Brien ones than those, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Yeah. But so I went out and I went to go pick that up because I said, I can use that for a birthday photo or something one day. I'll figure something out to use it for. But when I went up there, I always, scan what they have, and they had the C3PO and Ewok movie moment, and I don't have that. That was one I don't have. So I was very excited, and so I picked it up. I ended up picking that up. So I picked up the birthday Freddie Funko and the C3PO and the Ewok movie moment for $17 out the door for both.
Wow, that's great. I was just interesting enough because I'm like, so I've got my walls of all the stuff and stage, but I have like my moments and I have some of my deluxe like kind of staged, all over the place. And I just saw on Amazon, I think it was, they have the movie moment of the trash compactor with Luke and Leia.
Oh, I got that one. That's a good one.
And it's like $17 too. It's like on sale, and I was like, maybe
That's
I have like a quarter of an inch on my desk,
Yeah, let's go for $30 at retail. They're going for 29.
Yeah,
and change. So
yeah,
that's a great deal. I picked up. That's why I was surprised because I went to that same comic book shop, the Time Capsule up the street.
yeah,
and that's where I picked up the Finn and Phasma, that final scene where they're fighting it out.
Yeah,
on the Dreadnought.
yeah,
Dude, that was one of those few from that movie that I really loved that scene. And because I didn't get the guards and Rey and the guard and Kylo.
yeah.
I did get that one. That was really solid. That was a really solid one. So it's always fun when you can kind of go into the wild and find those things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I rarely find things in the wild, honestly. Like, there is that really cool toy store that I wanted to take you to when you were visiting that we never made it to, that I've been threatening to go back to, but I've been kind of just trying to like hold on to some cash and not go crazy until I figure out, like, because I've had to actually go through my collection and be like, I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna sell this at the shop. I'm gonna move some stuff just to keep it going and try to be more organized on how I collect it, because now I have started collecting Black Series again too. It's like, and now TVC. It's just like, and now Monogram Key. I'm like, dude, and now I want helmets too. So I gotta figure it out. But yeah.
Let's get into the news.
All right.
Transmissions from the HoloNet.
So we've got some new stuff, my friend. We've got the Kyber Crystal, San Diego Comic-Con, Darth Maul, and the Asoka. Both are going to be 9,500 pieces.
Put that in my hand right now. Take my fucking money. I don't care about the mall one. Like, I have to have that Asoka.
Those are going to be tough. Again, they're going to be they're limited edition. They're San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, but they are shared exclusives. But they are doing something different with these shared exclusives. These you're going to have to go on tomorrow, Monday. You can go and try to get a lottery. You can register for a pre-sale lottery. If you get accepted, they'll bill your credit card then and there for whatever you purchase. Now, the only thing I had a question of is, say I get in, does that mean I can only get the one, or does that mean I can try to get both? So
I don't know.
I think they're trying to limit.
Well, but that's the thing, though. Did you
everybody get a little something? So you might only get limited one.
Did you see that you can use your points to get another one. So I think you might only, I don't know, maybe you get to go 1-1, but
I'm gonna try to use extra points because I got like 9,000 points. So I'm
yeah,
gonna use
same. But I'm an asshole. I used up all my points because they were doing the same thing where they were giving away a star killer, and I used like all my points to
Did they
not
give them
get it.
back though? Did you get reimbursed for them?
No, I sold them to get into the drawing and lost them all.
Ah, that blows.
Like
So I
it's like
think
a
I think
bad scratch
if
off.
you don't get it, you'll get your points back too. If you didn't get the,
Is that true?
that's what I thought I read. That's
Dude,
what
I'm
I thought I
checking my
read.
fucking points because I'm gonna have to do that, I guess, tonight, right? Because I can't. I mean, I can't. I'm so slammed at work. I can't sit there. And are you
Well,
gonna sign on?
it says tomorrow, so I don't know what tomorrow timing wise means on Funko Land. If it's
But it
Pacific
also,
or
I
not.
thought there was a period like it starts tomorrow, but it closes 2 days after, right?
That was for
Or is that Rex?
That was for something else. No, that was for something else.
Oh,
The Rex, there's a contest for. Rex comes out. So again, hold on. I'll put that back on stage. Hold on. Because we do have the Captain Rex coming, Chalice Collectibles. That's about 5,500 pieces. That was the one thing I think that people were kind of asking a lot about. The piece count was kind of misleading. I think it was 7,500 originally said. And I
yeah.
believe it's either 5,000 or 5,500 pieces. Chalice Collectibles. Now you could go to whatever Frank and Harry's, whatever that Larry and Harry's, or I don't know, whatever shop. They're gonna have like 500 limited there, or something like 50. They're gonna have a limited amount on stock there. If you're happen to be at San Diego Comic Con or wherever, I don't know where that is.
I don't
I
know.
think they're
Every
gonna have
time
them
they
at that
do
shop.
that, it's a
Then otherwise you
disaster.
have to pick them up through Chalice Collectibles through the whatnot. They're going so randomly throughout the day they're doing giveaways or I don't know. You got to stay tuned. But that's supposed to be happening on Thursday, July 23rd.
The
This week.
last time those guys got a hold of inventory, I want to say there's like, who is it, Skittle Rampage or whatever, did a whole video about basically how they destroyed this whole, I think it was like One Piece limited edition thing, and it turned into them just like auctioning. It was just a bidding war and like horrible. So,
Who knows? It could
so
get ugly. It could get
I
ugly.
mean, that's another one I need. Like, so number one ranks is Ahsoka, number two is the Rex, and then I just automatically know, like, I hope I win the lottery, but I just know I'm paying out of the ass for those.
Then they came out with these. They're dropping they're like
Yeah,
these planetary clone troopers, and you and I had reported some shots when we saw it first at London Toy Fair.
yeah. I bought those for the store. Actually, they were one of the very first things I bought. I want to say September, October of last year, and they were still under hardcore embargo. My impression is that there's actually four of them.
Nice.
Something could have changed, because think something could have changed. I've seen these. We have talked about these. I think they're coming August.
Yeah, I think you can pre-order now. I think through most
Yeah,
Amazon and Entertainment Earth and everyone.
I have them on. I think I have them on the shop. Are they live? I think I have them on the shop. If not,
I don't think you have them on the shop. Your shop.
that's a problem because I have them, so it should be a good thing to actually.
Get them
So
on the shop because
yeah.
I know that I have them because I talked to you about them and you said, "Hey, I'm ordering these." I was like, "All right," so I knew I was good.
Yeah. One of the problems about selling toys is if you don't tell people you have them, you can't really sell them. But
You can't sell
working
toys
through it.
you don't have, right?
Yeah, right.
Now this is kind of interesting.
Mm.
Somebody over at Funko, I don't know if they're related to Wedge or just huge fans of Wedge, but we got a Wedge Antilles legend. Like, I'm kind of, I just know we got a Wedge from the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
We just had a Biggs Darklighter from Legends with the faceless TIE Pilot helmet, which from Legends. And now we're having a Wedge Antilles. This one, I'll eventually get it because I feel like I need to complete this.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's
don't.
not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. I figured
I
I'd get
didn't
this.
know. I didn't know what this was either. I mean, again, this was an early on purchase that we had from the store. We bought him really heavy, and I started pulling back on the legends. I'm not a fan of them. I know that you are, and it's great. And there are some other people that are into it. But don't forget that the Darth Bane is coming this month. So with this, I don't know what I thought. I thought he would be like helmeted or something. This kind of threw me off when I
It's
saw
just
it.
really threw me off. Like I'm not even sure what legends are referencing on it, but
Yeah, yeah. So
and then
whatever.
while searching for info on
Good
um
deal.
yeah, on the whole Star Wars San Diego Comic-Con Kyber crystals, I end up coming across this, and which is kind of interesting. So they are going to be doing a Kyber crystal version of the Pocket Pop. And to me, it looks like they're recycling that idea of the coal that they
Yeah,
did for the holiday ones.
yeah,
Great idea. That's a great
yeah,
idea. Recycle that, do
yep.
it in the colors, and then release some cool
I'm
lightsaber users.
I'm kind of here for that. Like
You know,
I'm totally here for that. I'll take them shits.
like I wouldn't mind having a purple Kyber crystal mace window, you know, in a pocket. That'd be kind of cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So excited about that.
So that's kind of like the news that I had. I didn't have anything of that. Do we have anything for our rumors that we could talk?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff that's still under embargo going out. Like I know of flows coming out to I think about February, and there's a bunch of, and I think we're probably going to talk a lot more about this on another segment. But there's a ton of, 40th anniversary or the anniversary of episode A New Hope.
Yeah,
There's
I know we are going to be doing another
yeah,
segment.
yeah.
So those
So
chiming in and listening today, if you happen to, I know my buddy Christopher's out there
yeah.
picking up
Yeah,
my
there's a
Wednesday.
lot of moments happening there. There's a lot of we also kind of touched base last time on those like the buddy tauntaun situations coming out. And then there is going to be, before the whole New Hope release, they are releasing 5 packs of the originals. So I don't know if they're just re-releases of the 5 that they gave us before. That's like the Luke, Leia, Han, Darth. Um, the price tag or the MSRP is higher than those original ones, so I think that they've done something different to them, like whether or not they just come out on a plate or something. I'm not sure, but I know that those are on order right now and still under embargo. Um, what
I did
else?
see something. This collectibles, Rancors, Tauntauns.
Yeah, so this is interesting because it's a pop and a buddy is how they build it. But it's a Rancor, it's a Tauntaun, it's a Wampa, it's there's like two it's a Bantha, and there's one more. And I forget what the one
I
more
wonder
is.
if it's a buddy. It's got it.
So
It
so
can't be a
is it
bitty
a
where it's a
large is
pocket.
it a large Bantha and like a pocket Jawa? Is it like, is it a Tauntaun and a pocket Loot? Like how are they going to do that? And I feel like it's going to be like, I don't think that they're going to be like standard 6 inches. I feel like they're going to be like a weird deluxe crossover or something. I could be wrong there,
Oh, maybe,
but
maybe.
again, the only reason I'm saying that is that the price tag to buy it and to sell it are different than a standard 14.9 pop. So that, and I don't know. That could just be prices changing. Then that could be too. I don't know, but
That'd be interesting. That would
yeah.
be very,
But
very interesting.
we did pre-order those for the store. We do have them coming in, and I'm actually excited about those.
I think they'll be neat. They're going to be a new line, right? I think that is exciting. And I know
Yeah,
you and I are going to do a whole episode on what are we expecting for the 50th anniversary of Pops and exclusives
yeah,
for Star Wars Celebration. And we'll talk about the booth and stuff like that because I have some excitement for the booth and seeing what it is for Star Wars Celebration. I'm getting excited for Star Wars Celebration. I did get back into the store the other day and I went and bought that jacket that I didn't buy on the first round. I was like, you know what? I went back and got it. I was like, damn it, I went and got it. And I bought a patch. I bought a patch. I said, figure
well, I got that bootleg shirt I was telling you about. That's really funny. That has the the waiting bar and the person standing in line, which is really funny because I just saw like a vlog of people wearing it in like England or whatever. So I thought
It's
that was
funny
kind
because
of funny.
I have my own design for that I was going to do a shirt. Plus, I have 2 Star Wars Celebration LA t-shirt designs based off of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
So that'll be fun. So I'll have
like
to
it.
I don't know if I showed you, but if I hadn't, I'll have to show you those. But I like to do some t-shirts and put them out there and stuff like that on my
Yeah,
show.
it'd be fun.
Yeah, do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've just been shooting, a lot lately. I've been kind of getting back into, my groove a little bit more. I know I
Oh,
haven't
good.
taken pictures as often as I usually do. But I have been trying to get there. And I think one of the things I've been trying to do, Nate, is when I'm trying to get back into taking my pics, is been trying to really kick ass at it. Like really kind of put some thought. Because
Well, I mean,
I
the
finally
stuff
get the
is
time to really do it. Like
looking so good.
I did a really good fun one with the Luke that I just posted and just had fun animating it and trying to really, what was it about that pop, right? That sits on my shelf that made me want to get that. Like, what was
Yeah.
it? Is that nostalgia, that moment? And the reason I thought that was interesting this week was we had for the Star Wars Saturday collab, my buddy Tal's theme was, let's do favorite characters. We all have different favorites or whatnot, so it could be any number, maybe one that you haven't done before.
Right.
I said, I always do Vader and stuff like that. But Luke is definitely one of my faves, and that moment hit so hard when I saw that, and I was like, you know what, that hit so hard, I got to recreate that. So I'm actually working on a whole behind the scenes of how I did that. So let me show you. I'll find some. I'm going to show you. I actually have designed a new segment for my own channel for this even. I actually did a whole new segment just for the Captain Rex. I'm going to do a whole thing called Operation Pop Drop. So that should be kind of fun. But what am I looking for? Go on. Well, I'm looking for this. You go on. I'm sorry. I was trying
No,
to show
I
you.
mean, there's not much to keep going on. I mean, yeah, I'm just it's kind of the same thing here. Like work is crazy. The toy store has been crazy. I haven't really had too much time to do anything, hence the reason why we're just connecting again. And I haven't gotten a lot of time to really like collect and do fun social media stuff. So here we are, playing catch up.
All right. I found the piece I was going to show you. Hold on. I'm going to find it. It took me a moment to figure out where I put it. And of course, now that I go to find it here, I got to like navigate all back to it again. I was like, come on, I just found it. Here it is. All right. Check this out. That's my new segment. The force and focus. So I'm going to do that whole new segment. Is going to be kind of doing like actually, because they just do going behind the scenes, and so I'm actually going to make it an actual official segment. The force and focus kind of goes with the book, what I named the book originally. So I'm going to kind of keep that going. I really like that idea, and I'm going to be working on a new book to have it ready for Rhode Island Comic Con and for Star Wars Celebration, so that I basically want to have the gamut of people coming, so that I know now certain people that will be coming to Rhode Island Comic Con that maybe I'd like to go get their autograph and I don't have an image. Well, that kind of gives me like, all right, we got to get that done.
Yeah.
I know in August for my channel, I've got some stuff coming up. I'm starting to work on my monster mashup stuff, getting that ready. And that's why I kind of delayed doing my unboxing for the Mara Jade that I got from you, because I was waiting to get the Merida. And I did finally get that because I'm going to do a head swap. I like the Merida. I think it's because I did my own kind of custom in my head of what it would look like. And now that I had that, like getting the other one is like, no, I like the Merida head better. Yeah. So I'm going to boil that one's head off. And when I do that, I'm going to boil some other heads off, some other ones that I got from GameStop. I went and they had pops for like $4, $5. So I bought some scary characters from other stuff that I'm going to do my monster mashups. So I'm going to start getting those things ready so I can record those and have those ready for Halloween time. So
Awesome.
but yeah, man. Any news from your store?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, the store's been kind of crazy. We've just been chasing all of these pre-orders. We're getting heavy into Black Series. We just got our Star Killers that we're in. Um, the huge debacle with Black Series Star Killer because that was originally supposed to release in April, and so we sold like 150 of those. You see the floor of my office; it's just packed with boxes. But Hasbro delayed the shipments from April to literally like last week, and so it's just been a lot of that. So this weekend's just been shipping those out, and then there was like all these Reddit posts. People were like panicking and flipping out and canceling orders because people were receiving them from other outlets and they had glue on the helmet of the figure. And so I think, and it's a pricey figure. Like it's supposed to retail, I think at like
32.
$45.99, but I mean, out of the gate, because they're a limited supply, they automatically start like you can. I think they're selling for 64.9 right now on Amazon. So anyway, that was a huge debacle. We got some with glue on them, so obviously there was a production issue. They caught, not everything went through and whatever. So I mean that has been happening, and that's kind of been it. We are focusing a lot more now on customs, and I think that's how we're going to kind of switch the toy store to be a lot more of artists like you. We're going after people that do custom imagery that we can do shirts with, and that we can just do things that are kind of cool by collectors for collectors versus just going after hard and heavy Hasbro Funko, which will always have those things. But
Yeah,
I think that we want to kind
scale
of
a little
put
bit.
scale it down a bit, because I mean, honestly, it's been, anyone that, unless you're a part of those companies, you're only drop shipping for them. And I just think that it's, uh, yeah, I want the store to be more focused on people doing dios and people doing cool art stuff.
Yeah,
And,
and and as a collector, running a store and stuff like that, we don't as friend and collectors, we don't want to see you stuck with dead inventory because
yeah,
you've pre-ordered it for the drop date, and then either
yeah,
something doesn't like it doesn't go off.
it
Everyone
doesn't
thought like
hit
it was
right.
a
Yeah.
flop, and then you're stuck with it, or because it gets delayed and you lose that hype of releasing it when the certain things are airing.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, listen, I'm about to do a segment on because I think it's valuable information. I've been doing this for nearly a year now, and we've had ups and downs. It's been really fun. I love the whole aspect of chasing all these things and being a part and knowing things before the people do. It's been really fun. I'm no by no means do I want to poo-poo on anyone's dream of having a toy store. We went after just having a Star Wars toy store, and we worked really hard on it, and we have a lot of outlets and things that we sold on target.com and walmart.com, blah blah blah. But I'm actually going to drill it down and do some real like segments, like what do Funkos cost, when
Mm-hmm.
you order them here, and just because I have learned a lot of valuable information that I think that it would be helpful to other people that would consider doing something like this. Is
I
it?
think people are interested, like,
Yeah.
because there's difference between am I running a shop, right? Am I running a store? Am I running a brick and mortar kind of store, right? Or am I a reseller where I just have links that I post and send people to?
See, now, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of people that are out there that
That
are
seems
just
to be
doing
a
that.
bigger trend that I see now. I
Yeah,
see a
yeah,
lot of other people, especially in the Star Wars realm of stuff. I see a lot of people going into that realm that I'm in different chat groups with now and stuff like that. I'm always surprised, like, oh well, they're part of this, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
They're like resellers, so they will post their own links and stuff like that, like to Amazon and whatnot.
I mean, listen, I mean, I started out that way. I mean, really, anyone, any influencer, anybody who has a shop can have an affiliate link. And it's really then up to you to push to sell it. You know what I mean? But I've, when I'm out there and I'm seeing some of those people, they're like available to sell now, and I'm like, okay, but you're running a link to a store that you're getting a 2% commission on. I just spent $3,000 on this thing, and it's sitting in my,
Yeah,
in my shop. It's different vibes,
exactly.
different, you know, and yeah, so I mean, it's been a lot of cash flow things. There's a lot of valuable information of working in this industry with these big toy companies, and how there's a ton of challenges, a ton of stuff that's actually, like I said, we're rethinking of how we're doing it. It's like,
It's also
is it
it's so interesting to hear it from your end, being a toy store, um, because I think most of us are obtaining them through big box stores or whatnot, right?
sure? Yeah,
So it's interesting seeing that, and then also the different trends that we're having with these pops now. Like, are not everything is just going to be um, a common, and we're getting more of these shop exclusives and stuff like that. I
yeah.
wonder, because we're seeing more of this, big box. Is that why now Funko is trying to do the more LE? Is that part of that change of
You
Funko
know, I
trying?
think I th- I think so. I mean, I think that I mean there's a million different drill ways that you can even talk about that. I mean, first of all, like when you're selling, let's just say Funkos, I go after Funkos hard, and but not only are you competing with Funko, but you're competing with other big box retailers. And so like there'll be something that, like, say the Maul Shadow Lord pops are coming out on XXX, and they will delay your shipment, meaning me, so that Walmart has them first. And then if you sell on Walmart, you can't sell at the prices that you can't sell under what they're selling. You have to sell over so that you're not competing with them or they take your listings down. And then there's part two of it where, they're like Funko will allow you, a specialty store. So we're supposed to get exclusive stuff that the big boxes can't get. So we get it when we get it. And then Funko, who also mass themselves, not just Funko.com, but a majority of the things that you're looking at on Amazon are actually Funko and Shadow accounts. And so they will take these new things and they will either mark them up to, like, right now, if you go on Amazon.com, you'll see that Shakti, you'll see how those things are going for 16.9, 17.9, depending on what they are. They're raising the prices there. So they own
Oh,
that market share, but then you go to their site and you see that they're 14.9. So like they drive the business really where they want to drive it. Or they'll do something like, we just had this huge experience where we had just gotten all the Mall Shadow Lords, and I know because I'm sitting on a wall of
all of them.
60 of them or whatever, and we'll just get them, right? So brand new, pre-selling, whatever, you have an opportunity to be like at 14.9, 15.9, whatever it is, and they will do a 2-day, 3-day sale, 11.99.
Mm.
So,
I,
but they
I
won't.
thought for sure we would see a second wave of them all. Shadow Lord,
I mean, I'm sure that I think
Devin, Docky, like,
this is what I think happened with that. I think that those pops already exist, and I think that when they decided to renew Shadow Lord, because there's word on the street that season 2 was done with season 1, and I think that they did a whole range of pops. First of all, because it's like, you're right, there's only 3 characters that they released from that. That's a little wacky. I think those pops were held back for the next season, or
probably.
or they'll come out a little bit later or whatever, or maybe these didn't do well
Yeah, I
and they
figure
put
we'll
them.
get
I don't
lost
know.
in Two Boots, Devin, and Docky. But now I don't know about Docky, or maybe Docky be exclusive since he's already kind of killed off. Will they
I mean,
give
not
us
for anything,
a
but
different
you could
Vader?
you could repackage Vader and this Shadow Lord box into the nerds like me. I'd chase it,
Yeah.
but But yeah, so I mean, so that's it. I mean, that's a toy store in and outs that are happening right now. We're getting a lot of it's just timing. It's that's the struggle. It's timing, shipping. The big box guys think it's okay to delay your deliveries for 4 and 5 months and then want to charge you for it. And it's just so I'm doing a lot of that. I'm fighting with Entertainment
That's
Earth and things.
that's
And
disappointing. That is
yeah,
disappointing to
it
hear.
it, it is. It's actually one of the things what's making me want to kind of pull back and scale down a bit is because I love collecting these toys, right? And I don't want this to ruin that. You know what I mean?
No, I
Just
hear
that,
you.
and it is, there's a business involved and there's a way to manage it. I manage businesses outside of this. I understand the principles of business. I'm not just some, dummy who's doing this. And it's just the business model, in my opinion, is not set up for anybody that's not a part of those Fab Five to make money. And it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's cool. If you haven't tuned in to Nate's blogs on his channel, Carbonite Creative, on these, you got to take a look at them. They're very insightful.
Thanks. I mean,
'Cause
they're
I
gonna
think,
get a lot more insightful because
well,
I
'cause I
am
think
really
here
gonna
we
go down and just be completely transparent about what a wholesale account means and what you're actually paying and the price that you think that you're paying and then the price that you actually pay when you go through it. So there's gonna be a
because
whole thing.
people
I'm
might
straight.
think, oh, that's really cool. Let me get involved. Then they lose their shirt over it, not understanding
Yeah.
how to be purchasing better so you're not stuck with dead inventory. And you learning this as you go along, it's a great way for someone that wants to do this to really learn all that stuff, because I
Yeah.
think
So
mostly on this we're always talking about just the pops. We don't hear about the Black Series and the dramas and stuff like that. So it's always good to hear from your side all the glue stuck to this guy, and we don't know. I don't know. Yeah, unless it happens to a Funko, and maybe that I won't even know.
yeah. Well, and there's nothing more fun than getting a case of Funkos that you've been waiting for, getting ready to ship out, and you find that 3/4 of them are at the factory are damaged. That happens too, where boxes are creased and you can't sell them.
Hmm.
You want to get a
I told you that
percent.
Target box that just pissed me so bad.
Dude,
It
I
was
mean,
already
listen, I've been,
damaged, right? And I had waited a couple days to open it till I had
yeah.
time so I could film in the unboxing. So I finally, and I'm like, God. And I knew, because I go to this Target all the time. I know that I've never seen that pop there. So it was only going to be, and when you go online, it's like, oh, online only. So
Oh,
you can only get it from online. So I
but
was so
speaking
annoyed.
of this, have you been seeing those vlogs that are like on Reddit and they're even on YouTube? And I don't know what's going on, but there's also conversations that Funko may be falling out with some people, and that like I think it's like 4 or 5 people I've been seeing. How Target has a whole wall of Funkos, like at least my Target did, and there's sections of whatever, and about how Target is streaming back and removing their Funko walls and just giving them like build-ins, whatever. Like I legit went to two Walmarts. Not Walmart's, two Targets today looking for Funkos, and I just found randos sitting around. There was no presence, there was
I
no
have
wall, there was nothing.
my Target is always an end cap, facing like more of the kids stuff, like
Yeah.
the toonies, the books and games and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's the aisle you go down, it's got Star Wars and stuff down the aisle, but it's on an end cap, and not on an aisle end cap necessarily where you're going down the big aisle.
Yeah.
But if I go across that big aisle into the back wall, they have a Funko section near their collectibles section.
Yeah.
It's just usually a hot mess, but that's where all
Yeah.
the Funkos typically that I find are. And I knew they
Interesting.
weren't going to have it. So, and of course, the guy, dude, Nate, I'm telling you, customer service, like I left a ranting review to Target on this. I said, 1, if you have any problems, you can watch the video. 1, 2, not only that, I said I should have recorded the whole returning process. The kid, so I'm waiting there, and I'm sitting there, and this lady's, had been helped, and she's sitting there, and she's like, "Yeah, you might be waiting a few minutes." I'm like, "Why?" They're just walking around aimlessly, like nothing to like walking almost to avoid making eye contact, right?
Yeah.
To the point, right? It's the 5, 10, 5, 7, 10, 5, and 7 kind of, where you so many feet and you meet and you get closer, you say something. right? These people are walking right, and I looked at the lady and I said, "Am I fucking invisible?" I said, "I've watched 3 people walk fucking in front of me and by me, not say a word." Like how? So finally, when I said, "Am I fucking invisible?" One of them kind of turned around and met eyes, and then went to walk away. "Excuse me, I just have a return." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then some guy comes around when he hears that, and I can see them all loitering and hanging out, getting stuff for other people, but there's only one person, so they're just loitering in a group, hanging out. One guy comes out, and he was just a very sassy little turd of an employee because he's doing this. Don't even look it up. Smacking his keyboard, and I'm like, so he's trying to be all hot shit, and he's like, "What did I have?" I said, "No, I was going to explain to you." And he's like, "So what is it? You were just returning this?" And so no. If you look at the receipt that's in the box, instead of just smacking the keyboard as hard as you can, you would have realized that I didn't purchase those. That was the wrong thing. The thing I purchased is only going to be able to be purchased online. He's like, "You can't go in the store and find them." Like, it says on your website it can be here, but I'm here all the time, and I know it's not on your shelf. But I'll go entertain you and go look for it if you like. I said, "But I know it's not." And he's like, "Okay, fine." He grabs the receipt out of the box and he's like, "Look it up," smacking the keyboard again. And I was like, and he looks, he goes, "Well, I said, "Yeah, it's not going to be, so just might as well credit me." He's like, "Okay, is that all?" I said, "Yes, thank you, and have a great day." I said, I don't know about you. I said, but that was a complete waste of my fucking time, money, and day. I said, so you could smile next time you have to help somebody. And I turned around and walked out. I was like, I fucking wrote a nasty gram to Target. Like, that was horse shit. It's the third fucking time Target. Like, I'm no mind dropping F-bombs say about Target. Fucking tired about Target fucking up my order. Tired of it. Seriously, guys. Funko, if you got, honestly, you have, third parties. If your third party gets so many complaints about getting your product delivered to them, don't use them anymore. I'd rather go through Funko, through your store, Nate. That's why I gave you it. You probably got a nice review this week on your thing.
I've gotten a few. Thank you.
Them, I went through a big box store and had a horrid experience. And when I go through your store, I get my shipping. It's as we saw tonight. And those are biddies. Those are biddy pops. And they're wrapped in bubble wrap, and there's care packaging on top, to make sure it's not getting tossed around in the box. Like, there's a difference between giving a shit and just taking my money.
That's true.
And Target, fuck off for just being a company that wants to just take money and not give a shit. Because even going back for customer service, the employees lacked and gave two shits about anything. So that was the shittiest experience you could have. Shittiest experience.
Right.
So I honestly, it's only going to have to be a Star Wars Target exclusive to get me back to Target.
Yeah.
Honest to God. It's going to be that kind of experience. I'm not going back. I'll order them from you. Go to my other shops because there are other shops in there. If it's not a Target exclusive, I'll get it elsewhere. That's how pissed off that's how pissed off I am. Target, you've lost me as a customer.
Stay tuned for the full video.
And I hope someone watches this and says something, because that was awful. It was awful.
Oh God!
I don't want to end on a bad note, but that was awful. That was.
If you hate Target, comment below.
Yeah, if you want a customer service Target, definitely comment, contact me, because that was
for sure.
crap,
Suck
man.
my balls too after the last couple of shipments. I don't give a fuck about those kids anymore. But whatever.
They were bad. It was so bad. Like, okay, so it was a box that was kicked in. Like, I even joked about it when I was opening the video. It looked like someone had a little World Cup fever and did a header into a goal with this thing or something. Right?
Well, remember that I did a whole short. I don't know if you remember it, but like I got fucked by a toy. So I think it was Entertainment Earth that killed all. It was my retros. They shipped my retros. They gave my retros to somebody else.
Yes.
And I wanted you to have retros because I also I provide to people that have YouTube channels that do unboxings and openings. So me sending them something 6 months late doesn't work. So they were available on Amazon. I ordered them on Amazon for you, paying over full price for them because I wanted you to get them quick. And they came to me just smashed in a box, and I had to rebuy them 3 times. Basically.
I appreciate that. That's it, but that's the kind of crap. That's the kind of crap that drives collectors nuts. Like,
Yeah,
guys, comment below if you disagree with this conversation. Again, I don't like getting to the close of a show on such a negative topic, but like, come on. If you're collecting something and you spend your hard-earned cash and you get it damaged or not, typically out of box, like the Crow, that box is pretty battered when I got it. Well, did I really care? No, I was kind of a little pissed because I was like, man, I can't believe they keep doing this. Again, the previous thing before that, again, wrong thing. Wasn't even a box was still kicked in, and it was the wrong thing. So it's 3 times in a row, and I'm just so tired of it. Like, it's just annoying because I go to you. I usually go to like today, I go up to my local comic. Now, those I look for like they're like the second hand. They're like he's either bought someone's collection from somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like that. But then I also go to the Toy Vault, which is a collectible store, and you know they kind of like you, they're a shop to get all the new inventory. They do like collections from people, but I tend to get a lot from those guys as well, and they're always. You know what I love about them? The Toy Vault at the Work Mall. Those guys are awesome. One, they know what they're like us. They love the hobbies, right? They know they got their genres and the things they're into. But they're always knowledgeable, and I'm always impressed because they know the customers. I walk in, my son walks in on me. They know each of us what our different things are. They like Pat. He's Star Wars, basically. He'll look at other stuff, but it's Star Wars, and it's definitely Star Wars Funko first, and then anything else is secondary. But they know, oh, he's into this and the Turtles and the Sonic and Bit the Boo, and they'll sit in the chat with him about games and all that stuff. So that's what I think we've gotten away from that. What you do, what the Toy Vault does, and what the Time Capsule does. Smaller stores that know their customer base. That we're not just another revenue. So you know, I'm not just a revenue portal for you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's where some things have gotten astray here. And it's a shame. I know this week's going to be crazy. I know this week, on top of all that craziness, we've got Funko Pops that are going to be hard to get. Then the Chalice one, that Captain Rex. So it is a crazy week in collecting, between just trying to get your normal orders and get them completed, things not damaged, good customer service when you go into a store, plus the stuff we got coming up this week. It's gonna be a crazy week. I know that. I'm excited.
Oh, God. Are we gonna get these fucking pops tomorrow?
What's that?
Are we gonna get these pops tomorrow? It's gonna stress me out.
I'm gonna try. I'm curious, chat. I know there's no one in the chat right now, but if you end up watching this on the replay, leave that in the comments. Let us know if you do get an Asoka, a Maul, Kyber crystal from San Diego Comic-Con. And if you did it, if you're there, let us know. Or if you actually did the online, like Nate and I and the rest of the fandom will be trying. And definitely let us know. I'm doing a special thing this Thursday. Tune in. I don't know what time yet because I haven't seen anything, but tune in. I'm going to do my Operation Pop Drop just for that. So
awesome.
I'm getting kind of pumped for that. Here, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you what I did for Operation Pop Drop before we drop.
All right, because then I got to go. I hear chaos upstairs.
Hold on. Is this it? Here it is. All right, hold on. Let me find it here. Boom. Name.
All right.
All right, here we go. I'm sorry, Nan. I should have had this.
No, it's okay. I just, you know what's happening upstairs. I had 9 Irish Wolfhound puppies right now, and they're all screaming at the top of their lungs.
Oh no, they're going nuts for you.
24 hours a day.
All right, this is what I do.
Collectors, a new mission has been issued. Today's objective: secure the limited edition Captain Rex before he sells out, or the bots. Claim every last one. Welcome to Operation Pop Drop.
So I figure I'm going to turn these hunts into, because you can't go to a store to find it, right? So let's make something fun out of it. I have no idea how it'll go, how how chaotic. It was going to be a big disappointment, but that all leads into the fun of it. So I do have.
Well, we have to do a nerd pinky swear. If I can get 2, I'll get you one, and vice versa.
If I get 2, I'll get you one, my friend. I will get 2
Right.
because I really want to try to get the that Asoka and Maul as well. So I'll let you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, good to talk to you again.
It's always good to catch up, my friend. Always good. And everybody else, you guys stay tuned and may the force be with you. And we'll talk to you soon.
Funko don't stop. Star Wars Legends, I'll cop till I drop. Pop, pop, stack into the top. The force is strong.